on one more.
Does that work right there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm waiting on one more. We confirmed that they would be here. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not ready for me yet.
About 2 minutes, about 30 seconds.
It's on there. It is from home.
And I'm gonna check the front to
Now
see.
come.
Because it's open.
Is it open?
Yeah, I came right in.
Yeah, the way just came.
Who we waiting on? Okay.
He's not recording.
Did you pull it up, sweetie? You see that?
It's off.
If we have phones, if we could mute them.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Here they come. We're in here. We're in here. We're in here. That's all right. I'm gonna act like I'm talking to a whole room. So.
Yeah, you have to. I might need a pad on my nose. This is not my first rodeo. Hi.
Hey, how are you? Right there.
All right.
Sorry about that.
You just too big.
These were going here.
She stopped me at Homeland one day when she did a big. She stopped me at Homeland.
Okay.
She comes down to the county quite a bit too.
Just let me know when you're ready.
I was having a bad hair day that I fixed.
You could.
You sure?
I'm positive.
And then you tell me when
I will.
I can go home and get my
I will.
Yep. Ready for that? Yeah. All right.
Everybody's ready? Let me say good afternoon and welcome to our NAACP press conference, to our NAACP members that are present, distinguished guests, city officials, and the members of this great church, St. Mark, where we're hosting this at, and to fellow Muskogeans. It's good for us all to be here this afternoon. It's with great joy that I serve the members of course, this church as pastor, but then the Muskogee branch of the NAACP as president. The NAACP is the nation's oldest and largest and most widely recognized grassroots-based civil rights organization. And I want to thank them for their support and trust as we've served throughout these last 2 years. Now, as we prepare for the midterm elections on Super Tuesday, November the 6th, not voting this year is not an option. Our committees, our communities, and our lives, they're on the line. And we can't leave it to those who don't have our best interests at heart to be the only ones to show up at the polls. So on this coming Tuesday, November the 6th, we will be hosting a march to the polls here in the city of Muskogee, where we will meet at the mall at 9 a.m. For those that can, and we will march from the mall to the King Center. Now, we do know that's not everybody's polling place or voting place, but we will symbolically march there and show solidarity and unity as we turn out the vote, because we want everyone to know that our community is in unity. No matter your political party, no matter who you're affiliated with, we're calling on all of Muskogee to come and participate in this march to the polls. We're inviting clergy, city officials, civic leaders, The community at large, red, yellow, black, white, we're all precious in His sight. We're inviting everybody to come, Democrat, Republican, Independent. We want you there to help us march to the polls. We in particular want young adults and young people to know your vote and your voice, it matters. If they're not registered to vote, we plan to register them on site to prepare for future elections. We also hope to have donuts and coffee at the King Center after the march. If there are elderly persons that need rides to vote on election day, you can call me here at the church at 918-683-1669, and we will schedule them a ride with our community partnerships to get them to the polls. As we prepare to get out to vote, people may find themselves in desperate need of the premier advocacy that the NAACP provides, the voter mobilization and monitoring of equal opportunities. Therefore, our state conference of the NAACP has lawyers on standby to work with anyone if they feel their vote is hindered in any way. They can be reached by calling 580-461-1489 or the National Election Protection Hotline at 1-866-OUR-VOTE. Now, as president of this great organization, as we continue to work on diversity in our city through employment, through education, and we desire to make sure that the proper representation is at our Capitol. It has been our goal over the past 2 years to promote those things, education and equality, throughout our city in terms of employment, as well as in our schools, working with the superintendent and others. We're planning, or in the planning process, of having our second educational town hall where we will focus on moving from crisis to progress. That will be scheduled on November the 15th at about 1 o'clock, I believe, and we'll get that information out later on. We're working with the superintendent and his staff to fulfill his commitment to make our teaching staff more diverse. He's given us a commitment to make sure that we put 25 to 35 plus African Americans or diverse cultures on the teaching staff, and we're committed to holding him responsible to what he has said. We're also concerned about the employment of more minorities throughout the Muskogee County, and we will address those concerns at a later time because we do have some concerns about inequality for women as well as minorities throughout our community. As the pastor of this church and president of this branch, I look forward this year to giving out 100 turkeys here at the St. Mark Church for those that are less fortunate. We have a community partner that has assisted us in this effort for the past 3 years, and we look forward to that continually being a blessing to those that are in need. It is therefore our mission as the Muskogee branch of the NAACP to continue focusing on renewing our membership, repairing relationships, and rebuilding our branch to be viable, visible, and valued as our founders intended. Dr. King said it so poignantly: the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. As president of the Muskogee branch of the NAACP, we will continue to make sure that we stand together in solidarity to mobilize and to empower our community to see socially, educationally, and economically. We hope to see you on Super Tuesday at 9 a.m. for our march to the polls. At this time, I'm going to yield to Dr. Coleman to give a few remarks.
Let me say to all of those who are listening today, certainly we thank God for your attendance as well as your attention that you've devoted to us on today. We want to remind everyone that it is important to exercise your right to vote. Certainly as an organization, our concern is that all people, black, white, minority, or otherwise, are properly represented through their right to vote. We encourage everyone to be able to do that. As the president has said, there are several churches in the area who are going to do what they can to be certain that their services are available to transport those people who desire to vote to their polling area. We know that in our city that we have a shortage or a need rather for transportation options, And so certainly we want to do what we can as a community to be certain that we stand with those who need transportation and offer our services to them. We're looking forward to the activities on Tuesday morning as we march in solidarity and as a show of unity to be examples to those people, especially our young people, of the importance of voting and the importance of participating in the process. To complain about things that are going on across our country and other places without voting does no good. And so we want to be an example to them on the importance to vote. And as an elected official, certainly I always have to emphasize to our community that it is necessary for the community to engage at the civic level as well as at the spiritual level to be certain that our community is properly represented and that we can make the most positive impact that we can make. So I salute our president in this effort, and certainly we hope that everyone, if you're available, will participate either by voting, marching, or certainly helping those who can get to the polls because they don't have transportation.
Any questions at this time?
So that's be at 9 p.m. Tuesday at the mall. We're at the mall.
9 a.m. We will meet on the north side of the mall at the entrance by the subway, and we will begin our journey from there straight across to the King Center. Any other questions? Well, we thank you again for helping us to get out the word about our march to the poll. We will take some more discussion after this. Thank you so much. Break. We do want to talk about, off camera, but we'll get back on there, about some of the problems that we